ladies and gentlemen, so as you can see, we have our pretty much completed web of tie beams. Now the next step is essentially to place a plyboard here, right? And then pour the concrete over, because we don't want the concrete for this villa touching this villa. Every villa needs to be separate, right? Because then you can have steel from this villa that's kind of like contacting the concrete on this villa, and then that kind of makes a case for erosion, right? For rust coming through or seeping through or whatever, things of that sort, right? So we want to keep them in different elements. And sometimes you can have a situation where, for example, so as you can see in this villa here, we have some 8mm steel poking out like that, right? So what these guys should have done was just cut it through and then cut it first and then put the plyboard. But the carpenter essentially told them, I guess, that that no, it's fine, like I'll deal with it, like I'll just make a hole and then they'll just put the plyboard like that, because I think what he was implying was that the steel kind of like, I guess, like getting into this concrete here will make it stronger or something to that effect. But yeah, that's an arguable case, right? Because like I mentioned, we don't really want the concrete for both villas touching each other. But yeah, I mean, I guess it could be a case where maybe this would be better, right? I can't really say for sure. Maybe I'll probably try to get some more information about that. But yeah, essentially this is what we have now. This is what our pretty much final product looks like. And yes, there's one more important thing. As you can see, some of the beams are sort of lifted, right? So they did that on purpose because they're trying to tie the rebars below, and they can only kind of do that when it's kind of lifted up, and it kind of just makes it easier to work on. But after they're pretty much done with it, they're gonna cut the ties on top, then they're gonna let the beams completely sag down, because essentially we want the beams touching the blockwork. We want them all the way down, right? We want them uniform. So yeah, but yeah, as you can see, it's good stuff.